What's up, guys? All right, Fernando Tatis Jr. and Manny Machado swing analysis here. Machado is obviously one of the great hitters today in today's game. Consistent, um, hits about 30 homers a year. I think has a 280 or so career batting average. Um, Obviously, we're going to see some good movements in someone who's that consistent. Doesn't he weighs quite a bit, about 220, 225. So he's a pretty big guy. Let's take a look at his swing. He really brings the bat into a very lagged position uh, as he starts forward. This is seen in some of the great hitters. I think of Babe Ruth primarily. Had a position very much like this where the barrel's flattened out and kind of snapping back towards the pitcher behind him. And then well-connected position here at contact. Looks great. If we compare him to Ruth, let's go forward and look at Ruth's swing. You'll see has that similar position where the bat's very lagged behind him, and then he goes into a nice connected position there at contact. The main thing that you want to take away from a guy like Ruth and Machado is no matter what kind of positioning you see, and here you see a little bit more of a bent lead arm heading into contact, so he's adjusting, but that's pretty much neither here nor there. It's rather inconsequential. Everybody does what I call lead arm dominance a little bit differently. The key is that they're lead arm dominant in their structure. That's the key distinguishing characteristic of a great swing. And what lead arm dominant really means is a back arm that is not overexerting. And that's why if you read my Swing Like Griffey book, which you can get at theswingmechanic.com, you'll see that the one drill I recommend is just to take your back arm out of the swing and then slowly add it. I call it the lead arm progression. You can read all about my theory of the swing, evidence to back it up, and then the drill that I advocate for everyone to do to work on your swing mechanics. Because there's really just one thing that gets in the way, and it's this back arm that wants to exert in a very specific way. And I talk about that in my in the members portion of this YouTube channel, which you can join. Just click the join button, and you can join that membership. We get a little bit more in depth into your swing in the membership videos, and we're able to kind of communicate amongst people who are taking this lead arm dominant structure very seriously. And recently I posted a video of exactly what is the move of the back arm that you want to avoid. What is it that it wants to do when it overexerts? That way you can make sure that you don't do it and you do quite the opposite. And that will really making sure that your back arm doesn't do the one move that it wants to do and that ruins the swing will deliver you a great swing. You just have to get the back arm to stop doing that death move. And then however you want to move within that basic structure is the right way for you to move. So Machado, as you can see, his swing is structured so that his back arm does not need to overexert. And this changes a lot of positions. When your back arm moves, can't overexert in the wrong way, your body just wants to achieve certain positions. We tend to see certain positions from guys who have a back arm that does not overexert. One of them is a very connected position at contact. We see that from the best pound-for-pound hitters, and we're seeing it right here from Machado. And then a very wide finish. That's another thing. See, the back arm and bat are in line at this point. That's another characteristic that you tend to see when the back arm doesn't do the death move. And here you can see Ruth very connected here at contact. Really displays, in my opinion, an ideal swing, but this video is not really about Ruth. Here is Fernando Tatis's stats. I didn't realize that he got suspended for PEDs in 2022. That's really disappointing. So I don't really advocate looking at somebody who gets suspended for PEDs, but this will probably be the one and only time that I look at Tatis. I didn't know that about him until just before I did this video, so we'll continue doing it nonetheless, but I just kind of lose respect for anyone who does that. It's just me personally. It's cheating. And I'm after a great swing. That's what I'm a fan of. I'm a fan of the best possible way to swing, and adding 30 homers or 20 homers to your total through PEDs is not really what I'm looking for. So you can see about a 280 hitter, and hits home runs at a pretty good pace. I think he's over 200 in body weight as well. People always say that Tatis is someone who shows your style of swing. I guess they say that because the lead arm gets really straight, but it's, again, a straight lead arm is a tendency you see when the back arm doesn't overexert, but it's not a must. A must is that the back arm doesn't overexert. So very straight in the lead arm. You can see his back arm is not, it's just releasing the barrel here. This is what they're talking about when they say, look at it, look at how the back arm isn't even, watch how it almost disconnects from the bat, like prior to contact. I mean, and then right after contact, it's you can see that the lead arm is like rotating, and his back arm isn't really, hand on the bat is not really rotating with the bat. Just tells me that the back arm is not really overexerting too much. It's just kind of providing support on the bat. If you guys feel like the muscles from your elbow to like your fingers were just like paralyzed, like you couldn't move them, you couldn't rotate the forearm like this, you can't push the ball of your palm out, you can't move your wrist, flex it this way as you go into contact, that's going to be a good feeling for you. Of course, you're going to extend at the elbow. You're going to exert at the shoulder a little bit. But really, the key is just these muscles in the hand. We're so coordinated in our back arms usually. And the back arm, therefore, once you start the swing, it wants to take over. It wants to do everything it can to kind of take over, and it does too much. It doesn't work for the purposes of hitting a baseball very well. So you want to feel like these muscles are just like unable to be used. That's going to be the best feeling, and then that way the back arm provides the support that the swing needs, but it doesn't overexert and ruin the swing. There you can see the nice wide finish that you tend to see from great hitters. Again, gets that lead arm pretty straight, the front humerus compression. And then you can see this is a position that most instructors will say is a bad position. You're dragging the barrel. And it's, today's great hitters are proving that this is not a bad position back here. This right here. Right there is not a bad position. A lot of people think, they could get away with that back in the early 1900s, but not today. All the great hitters today get into a position like this. Paul Goldschmidt, Matt Olson, Kyle Tucker, Fernando Tatis. We just saw Machado. This move is alive and well because this move tends to go along with a back arm that does not overexert. So check out the membership of my channel. Like I said, I just posted a video talking about this death move of the back arm and how to avoid it. And we collaborate on this channel as members to help you improve your swing beyond a level that you've achieved up to this point. We want to get you really becoming a completely different hitter. That's what the idea is behind this channel. There is a way to quickly understand the feeling of a great swing, and it really has to do with just not allowing your back arm to overexert. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video, and I'll see you next time.